Tommy, firstly, easy go, easy win. Your thoughts on this horse? He looks pretty progressive.
Yeah, look, he was obviously beaten by a very nice horse in Conti last start, who's obviously proven he's a very nice horse on the way up, and this bloke is as well. He's done nothing wrong this preparation. Both times he's been beaten, it's been by good horses and a little bit of bad luck. So he's drawn a nice enough barrier on the weekend. He's going very well in his work. I couldn't be any happier with him. He's definitely come on since his last run, and this is probably, a field that has no standouts opposed to his last couple of runs. So he's up against the same horses he's been racing up against, and he's beat most of them. So very pleased with him.
First time up over 1600 last time out. Do you think that's his best distance, or is there another distance in mind for you?
Yeah, at this stage I think it is. I think in time, when he gets a little bit older and a bit stronger, he'll probably run. He'll get 2,000 metres, which is good for next season, obviously. But at this stage, I think a mile is perfect for him, and he's still learning his craft. He's pretty relaxed, laid-back customer at the moment. But in time, I think he's going to turn into a really nice horse. But at the moment, we've just got to let him show us the way, and he'll tell us how far he can get.
2 wins for you at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. A bit of confidence heading into the weekend?
Yeah, look, I'm always confident, but definitely a couple of winners help, and it was nice to get a couple for outside stables as well. Hopefully they can pick up the support from those trainers. But no, look, the season's starting to pick up for me now. It was a slow start, but the last couple of months are looking positive, and hopefully we can keep going in a positive direction.
Zac, Handsome Bobo in race 4. Your thoughts on this horse? It was a fairly tough run last time out, but he still finished well.
Yeah, it's never easy when you draw wide. Obviously I had to make use of him to get there. I thought he might have been a nice enough horse to still be able to get the job done, but he was just found wanting a little bit in the end, and now he's had the run. Hopefully he's going to benefit from that, but we've drawn another awkward gate. We're going to need luck.
You've previously raced on Golden Dash as well. How do you compare the two horses?
At the moment there's probably not much between them. Golden Dash has got a little bit more gate speed and jumps and runs a little bit more, but I think as time goes on, Handsome Bobo's probably going to be the better horse.
So better than Class 4, do you think, this animal?
I think they're both better than Class 4, yeah.
In the Gold Cup, Zac, Time Warp, you're back on him. What did you make of his last run? Is it fair to say it was disappointing?
It's probably unfair to say it was disappointing. Things just didn't go right. I'd only had one previous ride on him on International Day, and that day he was quiet as a lamb. He didn't do anything wrong, so I didn't expect that he was going to play up in the gates like he did. And to be honest, he stood there very quiet, except when the gate opened, he just jumped in the air. So now that I'm aware of that, and I've been able to ride him in another couple of trials, we've changed a couple of things, and hopefully we've rectified that and it won't happen again.
Yeah, because in the trials he didn't have that problem in the gates, did he?
No, I'd never seen him do it before, so he caught me completely unaware, and then once that happened, he was just caught out of position in the whole race.
What about the dynamics of this race? In the Hong Kong Cup, you're allowed a fairly easy time out in front. Do you think that will be the same again, or will the likes of Werther not allow that to be the case?
I'd say Werther would probably put a little bit more pressure on me early, and then John may send HELENE Charisma forward as well. You don't know what he would be thinking, but I don't think that they're probably going to let him have it as easy out in front as what he had it last time, but I feel if they do put a little bit of pressure on him, he should still be able to handle it anyway.
Let me ask you about a couple of your rivals. Gold Mount, was that a difficult decision to ride Time Warp over Gold Mount, or is he superior?
They're both very good horses. They're both racing very well. Gold Mount's just had a few little things go wrong for him in each of his races this season, and being a back marker, that quite often happens. It's very hard to get off Time Warp after the performance he put up on International Day, and just his racing style as well. He's going to be out there giving himself every chance, and if I can go slow in front, well, it's going to make it hard for him.
And finally, the hype horse, he's back, Pakistan Star.
Yeah, I've always said I thought he was the best mile and a quarter horse we had here in Hong Kong. I think now that he's had that break, that little bit of time off, he seems as if he's furnished a little bit more. It may have actually been a good thing for him. The way he put Werther away in the trial the other day was quite scary. If he reproduces that, then we may not be able to beat him anyway.
Oh yeah, very. I thought that was the best we had in more preparation, and I think going off his international run, I thought he could win. So it was disappointed for him to run as poorly as he did. It wasn't really any excuses going into the race. As I said, I was probably the most confident I've been with him more preparation. But after the run, John said his bloods weren't 100%, so that sort of explains a little bit there. you know, we haven't really been happy with the way he's been getting out of the barriers. He's been given a start to his rivals, which you can't do in these races, especially the milers at the moment. I think they're a very even bunch, and I think the horse that really gets the best runs been winning the races. It hasn't been the same one all the time, so that says it all. But we had a chat after his last run and decided to take the hood off him just to sharpen him up a bit. We jumped him out down the back straight of the course proper on Thursday morning, and was very pleased with the way he went there. He pinged out of the barriers, which he hasn't done for quite a while. So look, I couldn't be any happier with the way he's going. You just got to take him on face value and put that disappointing run behind us, because he's usually a very consistent horse, and he is one of the best milers here in Hong Kong when he's on his day.
He obviously won 2 Group 1s last season. We know there's a horse there. Do you sense that could be around the corner, that the return to Group 1 winning ways?
Yeah, well, it's hard to say, because I've thought that the whole way through his preparation. He's always been building to win a Group 1. I thought he'd be very hard to beat in the internationals. I probably gave him way too much ground at the start, and he rattled home late. If he'd settled much closer, he probably would have been very hard to beat in that. And last start, as I said, I couldn't fault him going into it. So I've just got to take him on face value and the way he's working back home, which is exceptional. So I'd be very disappointed if we didn't say something from him on the weekend, and I think he'd be very hard to beat again. But it's just his last starts put a little bit of doubt in my mind. But very happy with the way he's going.
Umberto, in the last race, Fearless Fire, a horse that Paul Lally has made his horse to follow recently. Is the big man onto something with this one?
Well, I always had the confidence on those horses. He comes with Hong Kong with a few ambition, and he's doing very well at the moment. He wasn't ready for his first couple of runs, and nothing wrong with him at the moment. He's improving in his track work. He's more mature. He looks more sharp, and we go ahead with the confidence.
What about the last race? He had a lovely passage into the home straight, but there wasn't that final kick. It looked like it took him a long time to wind up.
Exactly. He's a horse who deserves speed in the race. I've watched a few races of him overseas, and he really deserves a good pace in the race. He looks much better. He looks more mature. He's good. We got a good draw, so we try to run him behind the speed, with wishing that there is some speed in the race, and he might probably give me a nice kick.